At the point when you begin doing anything, the underlying step is constantly joined by fervor, excitement, and an earnest responsibility. Nonetheless, as time passes, be it 7 days, a month, a year, or even 5 years, numerous people continuously lose that underlying fire. Fatigue sets in, unresponsiveness dominates, and they never again have a similar enthusiasm to progress forward with their excursion. Subsequently, they begin ignoring the everyday assignments expected to arrive at their objectives, choosing rather to settle. They settle for the possibility that maybe their goals were never intended to be satisfied. They made do with the idea that they would have rather not put forth the purposeful attempt expected for the more unfamiliar way. They settle for remarkableness, they surrender and let it go, yet I'm saying no, you can't be that way. You can't permit your fantasies and objectives to sneak past like that. You mustn't permit anything to pull you off your course of action in the event that you don't at long last get your concentration under control. Assuming you continue to meander around, diverted, assuming you continue taking a gander at each new thing that springs up in your feed, on the off chance that you continue to attempt each and every new open door, in the event that you continue expressing yes to everything, assuming you pay attention to everyone's grievances, whatever they request that you do, sooner or later, you will lose your life. You should recover your consideration and limit it to the very few things you care about the most. Remove anything more that doesn't uphold you. Implant that drawn-out objective in your brain. Consume it in your spirit. Consider it, expound on it, discuss it, balance it up on your wall, yet above all, take care of business each and every day. Begin dealing with an arrangement to get to where you need to proceed to limit all the other things. Get extremely clear on the mission and work out the arrangement. All the other things get a no. You shut out every single outside voice and interruption, coordinating your consideration exclusively towards this one goal, and you apply your most extreme work to stop specific exercises to recapture control throughout your time. Is it online entertainment? Is it like watching a show 7 times a week consistently? Also, what is it that you really want to begin doing consistently to be your best self? Since anything you invest your energy in determines the results of your throughout everyday life, training yourself gives you the opportunity to do what you need. Decent leads and games follow. Try not to search for any additions when you haven't made penances. You must provide stuff to go up, so the inquiry is, what are you able to surrender? Might it be said that you will avoid the gatherings? Remove the mingling and pass on doing the cool thing toward the end of the week with your companions, since that is the thing it will take. It will take you committing each and every second, each and every ounce of energy and exertion you need to pull it off. Disregard balance. To win, you must be fixated on what you need and not permit anything to pull you away from it. Pack your schedule, since everything depends on movement. The more you execute, the more outcomes you will see. You separate yourself from the pack by accomplishing more than others will. It's unimaginable for you to lose, assuming that you load your schedule with errands to be done each and every day of the month, from morning until night. You do that for many years. You will, without a doubt, become one of the best at anything you desire to do. A hero centers just around the objective. They permit nothing else into their psyche that won't assist them with winning. Thus, if you need to be a victor, what you're zeroing in on all through the day needs to change. What you're watching, what you're perusing, what you're paying attention to, and the discussions you're having must now be completely centered around your fantasies and your objectives, and everything begins with what you're doing today. Tomorrow, not 1 week from now, when you're perfect, you don't simply zero in on a year when you're perfect. You don't zero in on a month when you're perfect. You don't zero in on 7 days. You center around the 24 hours before you, and you work tenaciously to nail it. A great many people carry on with life, never finding out what their gifts are. They have abilities and capacities, yet on the off chance that you don't support and foster them, they won't ever serve you. Gifts can take you many places. Assuming you foster your gifts, you'll be astounded at the things that you're ready to do when you figure out how to shut things out, when you figure out how to keep your eyes single, when you figure out how to think, and when you conclude that you will concentrate to foster your abilities. You'll be shocked at the thoughts that will come to you about individuals that you'll have the option to draw in and the open doors that you'll have the option to see. You'll start to see things that I have been remaining there, looking you in the face, and saying, I can't trust this has been here this time. At the point when you burn through your effort zeroing in on what others are doing as opposed to executing on your own chances, you are positioning yourself to bomb endlessly time once more, and this conflicts with what society accepts as correct. Society is about tattle. Everything revolves around talk. Everything revolves around who's doing what, and it wasn't really necessary to focus on agonizing over the thing you're doing. Go to a bar. What's everyone discussing? Their organization's doing what their manager is doing, what their associates are doing, what their auntie's doing, what their mother's doing, what their father's doing. No one wants to think about it, and it doesn't make any difference. That is the reason you don't see effective individuals spending time with individuals like that, since they stress over their own decisions, what they execute on, and how they can get better at it. You must zero in on you, and as I'll persuade you, as you sell yourself consistently, you will start to see a distinction in the things that you're doing. You're selling yourself on your capacity to play out something important to accomplish a specific goal. You're letting yourself know consistently, oh well, business as usual. I have the stuff. This is my day, so you must work on it when different people are living it up. You must have the strength of character to focus, read, and overview data. You ought to crush, and you're checking the score out. It is the score. The score hasn't changed since you checked it out. Continue playing the game, continue crushing, continue to work, and that other stuff will deal with itself. Anything your hands are allowed to do, execute. You must figure out how to remove the commotion. Who tends to think about what they say? Who tends to think about their thought process? You need to stop the commotion. Nothing comes close to progress. No mentor, no coach, and no manager can make it happen. You conclude that you have something that you brought to the universe, and assuming you conclude that my life merits my creating what I get along admirably, turning into the best at it, dominating myself, and seeing what I have inside me, I warn you that your gifts will take you places that will in a real sense stun you. Never permit anyone to cause you to really regret being so honored when you've worked like a dog to get it. You concluded that every one of the clubs was celebrating, hanging out, popping bottles with models, and all that *T wasn't really for me. Going to be over here, running in the sweltering sun and rehearsing b-ball shooting on the ends of the week while every other person is clubbing and hanging out, you got your concentration right. Impact the manner in which you see yourself and start to keep an eye on the individual subtleties. Understand that no one will deal with your business better than you. You must work on yourself. You must foster yourself. You must converse with yourself every day of the week, selling yourself and on your true capacity. Keep on track. Don't pay attention to anyone. What's at the forefront of your thoughts? Mind take care of business. Anything that's bound for you, you will get it. As you begin creating and upgrading your abilities, gifts, and self-discernment, you will constantly have the ability to shape your own destiny. There are no constraints, and there are no reasons.